When you look in the mirror every morning, what do you see? Do you see someone who's ready to conquer the day, or someone waiting for permission to begin? The truth is, success doesn't start when others recognize your potential. It starts when you do. Every mountain ever climbed began with one belief: I can. When we talk about success, most people immediately think about achievements, money, recognition, goals reached, or dreams fulfilled. But the real beginning of success lies much deeper than that. It begins long before the first achievement is visible. It begins inside you, in the quiet space where your thoughts shape who you are. The inner foundation, your belief in yourself, is what determines everything that follows. Without this foundation, even the strongest structure eventually collapses. When I say self-belief, I don't mean arrogance or blind confidence. I mean a deep, grounded knowing that whatever life brings, you have what it takes to meet it. It's the calm certainty that no matter how many storms come your way, you can keep moving forward. That belief is not given to you by anyone. It's something you build moment by moment through awareness, effort, and experience. Think about a tree. The strength of a tree doesn't come from the branches that everyone sees. It comes from the roots that no one sees. The deeper the roots, the stronger the tree. When the wind blows, the branches may bend, but the roots hold firm. The same is true for you. The strength that keeps you standing when life gets hard does not come from how things appear on the outside. It comes from how strong your belief is on the inside. In today's world, we are often taught to look outward for validation. We wait for someone to tell us we are good enough before we begin. We compare ourselves to others, thinking that their success defines our limits. But the truth is, the moment you start depending on external approval, you give away your power. Real success doesn't come from what others see in you. It comes from what you see in yourself when no one is watching. There will be times when people don't believe in you. Times when they tell you that your dreams are too big, your ideas too unrealistic, or your goals too far away. And if your belief in yourself is weak, you'll start to listen. You'll start to shrink your vision just to fit into their understanding of what's possible. But when your belief is strong, when your inner foundation is solid, you stop needing permission. You stop asking the world, can I? And start declaring, I will. But let's be honest, it's not easy to build this kind of belief, because life will test you. It will challenge you again and again until your confidence becomes more than words. It becomes part of who you are. Every challenge you face is an opportunity to strengthen that foundation. When you fall and get back up, you are proving to yourself that you can endure. When you feel afraid, but take the step anyway, you are building trust in yourself. When you face rejection but keep going, you are laying another brick in the foundation of belief. Self-belief is not built in comfort. It's forged in struggle. It grows in the moments when you are unsure, but still choose to act. It grows every time you silence the voice of doubt with the voice of courage. That voice inside you, the one that whispers, you can't. It will never fully disappear. But over time, as your foundation strengthens, that voice loses its power. It becomes quieter, smaller, until one day it's nothing more than background noise. And that's when something shifts inside you. You stop seeing obstacles as roadblocks and start seeing them as teachers. You realize that every difficulty has a purpose, to remind you of what you're capable of. The stronger your belief becomes, the more clearly you can see your path, even when others can't. You begin to understand that success is not about reaching the destination. It's about who you become along the journey. But remember, belief isn't something that happens overnight. It's something you cultivate. It's like a fire. It must be fed, protected, and cared for. Feed it with positive action, protect it from negativity, and care for it through patience and persistence. Some days the fire will burn bright, and other days it will flicker. But as long as you don't let it die, it will always give you light when you need it most. The world outside you will always change. Circumstances, opportunities, people, all of it. But the one constant that determines how you experience all of it is your inner world. If your inner world is weak, even small problems feel heavy. If your inner world is strong, even big challenges feel like steps. That's why you must work on yourself more than anything else. Before you try to change the world, you must first master your own inner landscape. When you truly believe in yourself, your energy changes. People can feel it even before you speak. Your presence begins to communicate something powerful: conviction. You walk differently, speak differently, act differently. Not because you're trying to prove something, but because you no longer need to. You are rooted in something unshakable. There's a quiet power that comes with real self-belief. It's not loud, not boastful, but deeply calm. It says, no matter what happens, I will find a way. And that calmness becomes your greatest strength, because while others panic, you adapt. While others give up, you persist. And while others wait for motivation, you move because you trust yourself. So, if you want to build success, start by building yourself. Don't chase confidence. Create it. Don't wait for belief. Earn it. Every morning when you wake up, remind yourself that success doesn't begin with talent, money, or luck. It begins with that invisible force within you. The belief that you are capable of becoming more, doing more, living more. There is a voice that lives inside each of us, a voice that knows exactly how to stop us from becoming who we are meant to be. It whispers softly at first, questioning our ability, making us hesitate. Then, if we listen long enough, it grows louder, turning into a constant echo of doubt. That voice says, you're not ready, you're not enough, others are better, you will fail. And sadly, many people believe it. They let that voice define their limits, control their courage, and decide how far they go. But the truth is, that voice is not you. It's simply the noise of fear dressed as logic, trying to keep you safe within the boundaries of the familiar. The inner critic doesn't want you to grow. Its only purpose is survival. It tells you to stay in your comfort zone because growth means change, and change feels uncertain. But what it doesn't realize is that staying still is far more dangerous than moving forward. Every time you let that voice convince you to hold back, a part of your potential goes unexplored. Every time you hesitate because of fear, a dream quietly dies inside you. So how do you silence this voice? You don't fight it directly, because fighting fear gives it more strength. Instead, you begin to understand it. You observe it. You start noticing when it appears, when you're about to start something new, when you're about to take a risk, when you're about to speak up or take that first step toward change. It's always there, right at the edge of growth. The fact that it shows up is not a sign that you're weak. It's a sign that you're moving in the right direction. The inner critic doesn't attack you when you're standing still. It attacks when you're about to evolve. Once you recognize this, something changes. You stop reacting with fear and start responding with awareness. You begin to see that the presence of doubt is not proof that you can't do something. It's proof that you're stepping into something that matters. That awareness alone is power. It allows you to move even when the fear hasn't disappeared. The next step is action. You cannot think your way out of self-doubt. You can only act your way through it. Every time you take action despite the voice in your head, you weaken its grip. When you face something you fear and do it anyway, you are teaching your mind a new truth: I can. The mind learns through evidence. It doesn't believe in positive talk. It believes in results. So, if you want to build confidence, stop waiting to feel ready. Start doing the things you fear. Let your actions rewrite the story your thoughts have been telling you. Remember, the voice of doubt is not a reflection of your capability. It's a reflection of your conditioning. It's built from years of comparison, criticism, and fear of failure. But once you begin to see it for what it is, an old echo from the past, it loses its authority over your present. You can thank it for trying to protect you, but you no longer need to obey it. This process takes patience. Some days, the inner critic will be louder than others. On those days, it's important to be gentle with yourself. You don't silence the voice with anger, you silence it with self-compassion. Speak to yourself like you would to someone you care about deeply. Tell yourself that it's okay to feel uncertain. It's okay to make mistakes. It's okay to not have everything figured out. You are learning. You are growing. You are becoming. The voice will fade in the presence of kindness. There's something powerful that happens when you stop identifying with your thoughts. You realize that you are the one hearing them. You are not the voice itself. The moment you create that small distance between your awareness and your thoughts, you take back control. The critic may still speak, but it can no longer command. It becomes background noise that no longer dictates your direction. When you silence that inner critic, what remains is your true voice, the voice of your potential. It's quieter, calmer, but filled with certainty. It says, you can do this. You were made for this. Keep going. That is the voice you must learn to listen to, because when you do, your energy changes, your decisions change, your life changes. You start acting from a place of confidence instead of fear. You stop waiting for permission and start trusting your intuition. And the most incredible part is this: every time you choose courage over doubt, that choice echoes forward. The more you act, the stronger your belief becomes. The stronger your belief becomes, the quieter the critic gets. Eventually, it doesn't disappear. It just stops mattering. You hear it, but you keep walking. You feel fear, but you keep acting. You may still doubt, but you no longer let it decide for you. That is real strength. Understand this clearly. Self-belief is not the absence of doubt. It's the mastery of it. It's not about silencing every negative thought. It's about refusing to let those thoughts control your actions. You build that mastery through awareness, through action, and through persistence. There will be days when your mind will try to pull you back into old patterns, but each time you rise above, you are proving to yourself that you are stronger than your fear. At some point, you will look back and realize that the voice that once stopped you now sounds small and distant. Because while it kept talking, you kept walking. While it tried to convince you to give up, you kept showing up. You learned to use doubt as your signal to move forward instead of your excuse to stop. And in that moment, you'll understand something profound. That belief doesn't come from someone telling you you can do it. It comes from you showing yourself again and again that you already can. The moment you stop letting your inner critic dictate your limits and start trusting your inner strength, that's the moment your true transformation begins. Success does not begin when the world applauds you. It begins the moment you decide to believe in yourself, even when no one else does. You are the architect of your own reality, and your belief is the blueprint. So, when you stand before your dreams, stand tall, breathe deeply, and whisper to yourself, I am ready. I am capable. I believe. Because from that belief, success begins.